Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
She's married to two people at the same time. She's married to this man and married to another man, never divorced either. Okay. You know, so like I still, it was control.
Honestly, ladies.
These are the plaintiffs, Lynette Spencer and Albert Key. Lynette says she and the defendant have been friends for over 30 years, and she used to consider her family. The ungrateful woman owes the money because they put her on their phone plan. She hasn't paid the bills or the cost of the phones, and since they aren't speaking anymore, they're suing her here and now for every penny of the $1,508.47 they're owed. This is the defendant, Olivia J. She says the plaintiffs insisted she go on their phone plan to save money. And when she found out the plaintiff secretly installed spyware on her phone to track her every move, she was mad as can be and got rid of the tainted phone. This woman is meddling in her life. She's bashed her name all over town, and she owes her nothing. She's accused of talking and walking. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,000 for slander and emotional distress.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Mayhan in our forum, the People's Court.
Seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Lynette Spencer and Albert Key.
Yes.
You are suing Olivia for $1,508.47 that you say you are out as a result of her canceling a phone on your contract. Tell me about that.
Correct. On this December 2017. The defendant called me in distress because her married boyfriend was going out with his wife for the weekend and she was furious. So I said, wow, what you gonna do? She said, I don't want him to have my number no more, I'm through with him. I said, okay. She couldn't change her number because then she was on somebody else's plan. So she couldn't change the number, which would have been more logical. But she was so furious, we went to Best Buy to get her a phone. Now, I have the text where she sent me the information because she says that his wife let her know that they was meeting each other for the weekend, but he had told her he was going to do a 3-day paint job. But when she found out they was lying, she was pissed off. So being that I'm her friend for over 30 years, I had her back. And it's pained me to be here because of this, because I gave her a wedding. We went to baby showers. When mother died, she was with me. So every time she get involved with a man, she go bonkers.
Okay, so tell me about the phone.
Okay, the phone I got her was from, we went to Best Buy, we got her the phone. And she got a Galaxy Notebook 8.
Okay, but this is on your plan with
yes,
what
on my
company?
Plan. On
phone company?
On my plan, Sprint.
Sprint, okay. Mm-hmm. So she got a Galaxy Notebook 8, and then they were putting it on the Sprint account?
Yes, my account.
Okay. And the date that she did that was when?
May 24th, 2000. No,
I thought you had said December.
December 17th, 2017, that happened.
Okay, can I see the phone bill where that happened in December? Because the bills I looked at, this happened in May, not in December.
No, May was when she went to another plan.
Okay, so let's see the December bills. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to need you to do that because I can see that in the bill that starts April 26th, the balance is 0. So everybody's cool at that point. All right, so let's move from there. So on
May 24th, she called me on my job. She said, I'm at T-Mobile. She said, I want to switch to T-Mobile. So I gave her all my information.
Why did she want to switch to T-Mobile?
She wanted to go to T-Mobile.
Why?
Because she wanted her own, she told me she wanted her own plan for her and her daughter. So I said, no, don't forget, you have the phone you got under my plan and the cancellation fees. So she puts the guy on the phone at T-Mobile, and he explains to me, which I have the text that she sent me, that they would pay for the cancellation fee and everything.
Yeah, that's when they had that deal. I don't know if they still have it, where they say, oh, come with us and we'll pay the cancellation fee, and they did in this case. How many months did it take T-Mobile to pay the cancellation fee to her?
I don't know. It wasn't my count. It was 7 days. So it did take longer than expected.
I didn't get the card until December. By that time I lost all my
we're
services.
talking about May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
Never follow up. Never call me. Never ask me anything.
It's crazy.
Okay, now, Bina, it was not my account. It was Selwyn Day's account because she wanted in her son-in-law's account.
Yeah, but it's your responsibility, you see?
Exactly.
Because you're the one who wanted to go to T-Mobile. So you got to hustle and hawk them and find out when they're paying because they're supposed to pay. That was part of the deal you struck with them. So, yeah, if they didn't pay until November, that's kind of on you because you are getting them to pay that. That's how that was going to be done. Okay. Now, what I see also, though, when I'm looking at these bills, is that there comes a time when you stop paying them.
Yes.
But you keep using them.
I stopped paying them.
But you keep using them.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Explain to it. Can I explain? I stopped using, they wouldn't take my money no more. After the third extension, they wouldn't take my money and they canceled my phone.
There are 2 months when you paid nothing. And we're still using it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there are right here. I'll show it to you.
I didn't use it. I got a phone with my husband.
No. I can show you your usage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not true. We have you using it in June to the tune of $182.44. There's your usage, but you didn't pay it. And then we have you using it in July to the tune of $71.60, and you not paying it either. So what was your analysis at that point? What were you thinking? Because, yeah, they hadn't had a payment because you weren't paying anything either. Yes, she owed $457.48, and she owed it for a long time. I'm going to assume you didn't have the money to pay it yourself and keep everything in good standing. That's fine. But you're also not paying your part of the bill. 0 got paid. That's why they closed you down, because 0 got paid. And then that turned a $600 problem into a $1,000-something problem in your name now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that didn't seem too smart.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yeah.
Lynette continued to talk about me to everyone. You know, continue the relationship went sour. It was spyware on the phone.
Why did it go sour? You were with a man she didn't approve of.
She didn't like the person. You know what I'm saying? But also, she's married to 2 people at the same time. She's married to this man and married to another man, never divorced either. Okay. You know, so like it was control.
I have my papers.
Honestly, ladies.
I have my certificates.
Can we focus here? You have an obligation to pay the cancellation fee. You strike a deal with T-Mobile to pay it.
Right.
T-Mobile doesn't pay it for months and months and months. And your answer to me cannot be, well, it's her account. I don't know when they paid her. No, you know they didn't pay her until November at the earliest. Okay.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Is it going to be about how each of you have boyfriends and husbands and all?
No, ma'am.
Okay, what's it going to be?
Okay, so once she told me that she was going to pay me, then she sent me a text telling me she had cancer. So then I got all nervous. I said, you got cancer? I said, oh, my God. So I started feeling pity on her. I wouldn't file the papers because she lied and told me she was diagnosed with cancer.
Did you tell her you were diagnosed with cancer?
I have a text right here, ma'am.
It was a text to her so she would stop harassing me. She continued to harass me, continue to control my life.
Did you pull a fake cancer card to get her to stop harassing
you? Just harassing me. You know, but it didn't stop.
We're talking about what you did.
Yes, it did, but it did not stop her.
Yes or no? Did you tell her you had cancer?
Yes, but it did not stop her. She continued to badger me.
So you told her you had cancer
just to leave me alone.
So that she wouldn't collect money from you.
No, not the money, just to stop harassing me. We have witnesses here, too.
I'm dying to see no, stay where you are. I'm sorry. Hand it to my bailiff.
That's right. And I also have a threatening letter that her boyfriend sent me.
Boy, you didn't fall for the cancer very long. You are so fake, not gonna fall for it, liar.
Because I know her. She's always been a big liar.
Slipping and sliding with your crackhead again.
You are.
Show me, no more papers. I want to see it in the phone. I want to get the real gist of this.
I have it right here. That's why I keep all my texts.
The text. So what happened here? You have 2 phones with Sprint. You're in hiding from Sprint because now it's mushroomed into 1,000 something. Did you? I don't see where you ever paid Sprint the 400 and something that T-Mobile paid you, because eventually you did get a cash card from T-Mobile.
November.
You didn't pay it. You didn't pay down your Sprint thing.
I still have it.
Okay, why?
Well,
because I want to pocket the money, Judge.
No,
All right.
I wanted to take my
Well,
phone.
yeah, of course that's what it is. Otherwise, if you really were worried, you would have gone ahead and paid it down with that cash card. So when do you go out and buy 2 new phones and get a new account? Is this new account under someone else's name too?
My husband.
Okay, because he has yet to stiff one of the big 3, and so he can still get a phone. All right, until you can't, then they're going to get it on your account. And then you can, then they're going to, okay. So now, your account now is with what company?
Sprint.
But just under your name, I got it. So they don't know about her. All right, so you bought 2 new phones?
Yes, cheap phones. I don't even like.
Cheap phones. And you're suing for the 2 phones that you bought originally, that you had, that Sprint shut down because you didn't make your payments and you didn't get your $457 from her.
Yes.
But also you didn't make any payments for 60 days. They shut you down when you make no payments. All right, so you can't use those phones because of her $457, but also because of your 2-something. And also because you got the $457 and never applied it towards anything, or you probably would be able to use those phones. But you want her to have to pay you for those 2 phones. And then also, you want her to pay for the 2 cheap phones that you got that you don't like, and a charger for the new phone.
And my outer box.
And your case for your new phone. Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering.
A brand new charger, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the things that you're suing for. Now, you have a counterclaim against her for $3,000 for what?
She consistently talked about me, wrote Facebook stuff. I have people that also gave a notarized statement that she continually asked her to please.
No, please stay. That's what
They
he's
asked her to please stop. They said, please stop. We don't want to be involved in this. We don't want no part of this here.
Part of what?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So would you ever put your very best friend, who might be in financial straits, on your phone plan?
No.
Why?
Been there, done that.
And?
It doesn't work out.
Because?
They somehow don't have the money to pay you back when it's...
Yeah, there you go. What do you say?
I would.
You would?
Yes.
What about what she just said? That they don't have money in the first place.
Plan, it's no big deal.
Really?
Cancel the plan.
So what if they stiff you?
My best friend.
Well, what if they stiff you for $200?
Life.
$1,000.
All right, so
$5,000.
You have to pay $40.
I'd have to think about it.
Put a contract out on her. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
They don't want to deal with this. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Nobody wants to be put into other people's stuff.
Okay, because she was doing what?
She was just carried a slandering me.
Okay, do you have any of the, can you show me the things she said that were slanderous? And
Well, she wrote the lady
well,
wrote
this is just a person writing on a piece of paper.
Right, in a notarized letter.
And I can barely read the handwriting. The harassment from Lynette, she was constantly putting negative things on Facebook. Nobody ever took a screenshot of this stuff?
No, because the girl's phone is off.
Sending to me way too much drama. I asked her to stop sending me. Who is this who wrote this?
Doris Chestnut.
Do you know who that is?
Yep, and I have all her texts, and I never sent her nothing. You can see her text on my phone, too. So that's
I'm sorry.
a lie. I can pull
If
that
you never
up.
sent her anything, why would I see her text on your phone?
Because she does text me back and forth.
Back and forth means you're sending her something.
No, she texts me, said, like, have a blessed day, stuff like that.
Of course, have a blessed day. Let's plenty of Jesus on Sunday, but only Sunday. Just Sunday. Don't let Jesus seep into the rest of the week. God bless both of us on this journey called life. I was diagnosed with cancer. Life is too precious. I refuse to be bitter. Not going back and forth. That's a lot of hate towards me. So let's wrap this up.
Okay.
What have we got here? You've already received the $457.45. It was due to you for 6 solid months. You decided to go to another plan and abandon this $1,100 bill, and you're suing for that, and I don't believe she should have to pay that. Okay. I believe, if anything, because this caused a mess, this helped to cause a mess for you, but you kind of put the final touches on the mess by not paying, by paying zero to them. So I'm not going to order her to pay you $1,500.08, and there's no lost wages and pain and suffering and negligence. I don't know what that is. I am going to order her to pay you the statutory New York prejudgment interest on the $457.45 from the date that it was due, which was May 24th, until the date that you got the card, which was when? November?
November 7th.
November 7th, not December, November 7th. We'll calculate that out there. You know, it's not a lot of money. But you are right that that needed to have been paid, and it wasn't. You are not right that every single one of your problems since then are that fault. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Your Honor, it's 500 and something they gave her for additional money besides the
they did?
$425. Yeah.
Well, what's the card for?
For late fee, for whatever.
Oh, they did. They included the prejudgment interest.
Yes. I gave it to the lawyer.
547? 48. Okay.
I gave it to the lawyer.
Right.
I reported to the staff.
So then you don't get that because you already got it. So based on what I've heard, the things that you're suing for here in court, you are not entitled to. You aren't entitled to ever again have anybody do you favors and put you on phones.
Yes.
Because you don't see to it that the right thing happens in the slightest. This was your business to get this card back in May when you canceled it. And, you know, your attitude about it is, not my account. Sure, not her account. So what does she care if it goes into default?
Exactly.
And that was pretty wrong of you, okay? I don't need to hear anything else from anybody else who wants to be part of the soup here. I think we're done. My verdict in this case on the plaintiff's lawsuit against the defendant is 0. On the defendant's lawsuit against the plaintiff for slander and emotional distress, it's also 0.
So, Ms. Spencer, Mr. Key, you coming out. What do you feel about this?
Never do nobody a favor. They don't appreciate it. Never try to help a friend out. Never no more.
Well, you've learned a pretty interesting lesson. I don't know everybody would go along with that, but in your case, you've learned a lesson.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and you're phoneless right now, right?
No, I have a phone.
The little one you don't like?
Yes.
It's working?
Yes.
But you don't like it?
No, I don't.
You want your iPhone back?
Correct.
Okay, Apple would be glad to hear that.
Thank you.
You learn anything from this?
Yes.
Tell me.
There's nothing I really could say. I can't say no.
Okay. All right. I understand. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. And here comes the defendant now, and she's not getting anything either.
It was completely ridiculous from the beginning because I was on my way to Best Buy, and Lynette called me on the phone, I can get you a better deal. I should have never dealt with deals.
The judge gave you good advice, buy your own phone.
Right. And I will.
Okay. That's pretty sneaky you to claim you had cancer. Don't you think that was bad?
You know what, too? It's completely, you know what I'm saying? It got completely ridiculous with her and the controlling. Like, the bottom line, the whole thing we're here now is because of control.
You used to be friends, though, right?
Yeah.
It's over.
Yes. Yep. I'm so glad to just be left alone.
You are dancing away from me, you know.
Be left alone. Go ahead, Barbara. I think she wants to say something.
All I want to say is I think that the judge was very disrespectful to me because, first of all, I came up in there to be a witness, and she should not have to worry about it, but it's good that nobody had to get anything at this point.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, contrary to what she said, never, ever put anybody else on your plan unless it's a kid of yours and you don't expect to ever get paid back. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Love, exciting and new. Hello, Hannah Waddingham here. Have you seen the fabulous new Sun Princess? World-class entertainment, exceptional dining, and the greatest pizza ever. It's
Don't miss our Come Aboard sale with up to 40% off and free room upgrades. Visit princess.com or call your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises. Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 2/28/25. Ships at Bermudan and British Registry.
I know every operating
At my
system like
last
the
job,
back of my hand.
I have 25 years of experience and have worked with several people from your company. I've been recognized for my passion. My team is everything.
LinkedIn delivers candidates who rise above the rest. With an up-to-date view into shared connections, skills, and interests you won't find anywhere else. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
This is the plaintiff, John Tabagi. He says he purchased a pickup truck from the defendant, and the guy sold him a rotted-out, dangerous piece of junk that he could have been killed in. The defendant intentionally sold him a dangerous vehicle that's against the law in his state, and he's suing for the $5,000 he's now owed. This is the defendant, Gerard Mayhan. He says he sold the plaintiff a 2006 Chevy Silverado with 130,000 miles on it, and he guaranteed it would pass inspection and was safe to drive. The truck indeed passed inspection. Then, 2 months later, he calls complaining because he saw some rust on the frame. He fulfilled his obligations with the plaintiff. He's not obligated to take care of his truck in perpetuity, and therefore owes this guy nothing. He's accused of selling a terrible truck.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff bought a truck from the defendant, says it was a rotted out piece of junk. But the defendant says it's a 2006 Chevy Silverado with 130,000 miles, so give me a break. It's the case of I can't drive my Chevy to the levee.
Thank you, Douglas. John Tabagi, you are suing Gerard Mayhan for $5,000 for your time wasted and the cost to fix a car that, according to you, has turned out to be a lemon. What's going on here?
I bought the car in January, mid-January.
How much did you pay for it?
$8,500.
And what kind of car is it?
It's a Chevy Silverado pickup, $1,500.
All right, and you bought it from the defendant's auto sales. You sell used cars?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go ahead.
I bought it in mid-January, and I brought it back to him several times for...
Did you get a warranty?
Yeah, it was...
May I see the warranty?
I do not have it with me.
Why would you not have it with you? That's what you're suing on. Do you have the warranty?
I have a copy of it here.
Yeah. Well, which one is it? You don't have any of the three marked.
It's sticker. It says sticker only.
What does that mean?
Well, the car in Massachusetts, a vehicle with over 125,000 miles on it, we guarantee that it passes. It has to be safe. Basically, it has to pass inspection.
Yes, I know. What I don't know is what you're trying to say with this piece of paper. It's a piece of paper that purports to be a warranty. It has a bunch of choices for you to check. None of them are checked. You write the word sticker, and the client's supposed to know what that means? What did you think this meant?
That it was safe to get a sticker.
Safe to get a sticker, except for, did you think you had a 30-day warranty, a 60-day warranty, a 90-day warranty, or no warranty?
90.
Okay, and why would you think you had a 90-day warranty when 90 days isn't checked here?
I might have thought it when we talked about it. And
okay, so you bring the car back to him the first time when?
Probably 2 days after I bought it. When I picked it up, the check engine light was on, so I brought it back to him for that, and then he cleared the check.
Did he fix it?
He cleared the check engine light, but it came back on as I was driving home that time, and then several times after that, we kept trying to figure it out. I kept bringing it back to him, and just couldn't fix it, and then like the fourth time I brought it back, I noticed the transmission was really like shifting hard into first gear, so I let him know. And he said he tried to flush it with some synthetic fluid or something, and I told him it didn't help, and then he tried telling me it was computer related and nothing he could do about it. And then that's when the front end started having issues, and every time I would bring it back to him, he wouldn't fix it. So
you'd bring it back to him and you'd leave it there.
Yeah.
So obviously someone was telling you we'll fix it, and
right.
then
and nothing was getting fixed.
Right, but then he'd give it to you and he'd say it's fixed, and then it turns out it wouldn't be fixed.
And then it would have the same issue or another issue.
All right, what's going on here? What's wrong with this car?
So John bought the car for me on January 30th. So In Massachusetts, the lemon law is anything over 125,000 miles. I have an odometer statement here stating that the truck
The car was over 125,000 miles, right? Yeah.
It has 131,000 miles when you
Right.
purchased the car.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have the bill of sale?
Yeah, yes,
May
ma'am.
I see it?
Yes.
Okay. And is this your signature on this document?
Yes.
And do you see where it's marked under warranty? There's a box like in the middle center towards the top, and it's actually marked there's no warranty on the vehicle?
Yes.
Oh, did you notice that before now?
No.
No. Okay. So what's wrong with the vehicle? What seems to be the problem?
So what's the most amount of miles you would feel comfortable buying a truck with?
I say 12,000 miles a year, and that's 13 years, so that's pretty
Well,
good.
would you buy 130,000 miles?
Would I?
Yeah.
For that Chevy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, what about you? What's the most you'd be comfortable with?
Probably like 60, 70.
60, 70.
Yeah.
That's actually just about right. That's actually good. Going inside the courtroom.
The day that John actually picked the car up, there was a check engine light on in the truck. It came on right before I was given him the truck, and I didn't really know why. It was late in the day. We closed at 6. I waited for him. It was dark. So I said, you know what, don't worry about it. Bring the truck back. I'll give you a car for the day. So that's what he did. He brought the truck back at his convenience. I gave him a car for the day. When he brought the car back the first time, I replaced, it was a check engine light, and it was referring to like a misfire on one of the cylinders in the engine. So I did an ignition coil and a plug, and cleared it. And it takes a while for the computer to read the engine, so I delivered it to him, and it came back on again, after he drove it. So I said, no problem. I said, bring the truck back. So we replaced the intake gasket, and the truck passed inspection.
Had you tried to get the truck inspected?
No.
Okay. So you replaced the intake gasket.
Yes,
Did you charge him anything for that?
No, ma'am.
If there's no warranty on the car, how come you're not charging him?
Just because, I'm a small business owner, or I just try to do the right thing, basically.
All right. Okay, so did you ever tell him, hey, by the way, I'm loaning you a car and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you have no warranty. Like, did you ever bring it up with him?
No, I didn't.
You didn't even bring it up?
I didn't even bring it up,
All right.
actually.
So now, when do you finally take the car to get inspected?
He took it without my consent.
What do you mean?
When he fixing the check engine light, he brought it to whoever. And
Did you ever take the car to get inspected?
No, because I had a check engine light, so I couldn't.
Well, no, you could. Then you could fail inspection. Then you could return the car. Do you not understand how that works in your state? You're from Massachusetts. If it fails inspection, they got to give you your money back. That's exactly what you want to do, is take it and have it fail inspection. Are you the one who took it to get inspected?
Yes, ma'am, I did. When we fixed the truck, we ran drove the truck, and we ran the computer, and everything checked out. So that
this was on day what after the sale?
This was probably like a few weeks after the sale.
What day exactly?
I honestly don't have paperwork for that, ma'am. I can't tell you exactly what the day was.
Well, do you have the pass of the inspection?
Well, he has a sticker on the truck.
Okay. All right. So you know that it did pass, and that was how many days after you bought the thing?
Yeah, it was the second month, so probably maybe 3 weeks.
Okay. When was the last time you brought the car to him? Did you bring it back to him after the inspection sticker?
Maybe a few times for the engine light kept coming back on in the transmission.
So what are you suing for? You want, according to you, you now have a transmission problem.
That and
when was that diagnosed in relation to the sale?
About a month after.
Okay, but I'd like to see evidence of when somebody told you you have a transmission problem. Show me the evidence.
I don't have that.
How do I know you have a transmission problem? You should just be saying that to get your money back. What do you think this is? This is
no. This is
guys. This is court.
I know. I have pictures of the frame right here.
Yeah. So you're going to show me now what you should have looked at before you bought the car, which is tin worm on the bottom of the car. That there's rust. That's what you're going to show me now, and say, you see, Judge. I mean, look. You have what you negotiate. What you negotiated was to buy a car from the year 2006 for a lot of money. What's the sticker on that car? I mean, what's the Blue Book value of that car? It seems high for...
Well, it's a four-wheel drive pickup truck. They're not cheap.
Oh, okay. All right, well, $8,500, I don't know. But did you ever even check the Blue Book value before you bought it? Did you do your research? Was that a reasonable price?
I did, it was reasonable.
Okay, that's what I didn't. All right, so you buy a car that is 12 years old, and you get zero warranty because it has 131 miles on it, 131,000 miles on it. You know you got no warranty because it says you have no warranty. You expect them to know what sticker means. I wouldn't go that route. But I'm not going to buy that you thought you had a 90-day warranty because that's not marked. So there's really no evidence for you to think you had any warranty. So what is it you're relying on? If you have no warranty, there's nothing he violated by the car not being good. If you have no warranty, then it's buyer beware. You bought a car as is. The only thing he warrants is that it's going to pass inspection. But you didn't even bother in those 2 weeks because you have 2 weeks to do it, to get it to pass inspection. Like if you brought it and it failed, you could just give him back the car and say, hey, this is a pig in a poke and I'm not buying it. But you didn't even do that much. So what is it exactly that you expect can be done here now? I can't pretend this is a brand new car and you have a 10-year warranty because that's not what you bought. So you're out of gas on this. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
So the plaintiff fails to prove his case. You must be somewhat disappointed, I would think. How do you feel?
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
No.
Not too good? You're
It's
kind of
what
out
it
of luck.
is.
You didn't bring any kind of evidence in with you for anything, you know?
It's what it is.
Well, you know, you got a lot to learn. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much. Here comes the defendant. You know, you seem like a really nice guy. You tried to help him out.
Yes, sir. I tried.
Didn't work out, though, for him.
No, but you can only do so much.
I mean, do you sell a lot of cars, you know, that old with that much mileage?
Yes, we do. We sell cars of that age.
And they generally work out okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we check them out pretty thoroughly, but
maybe this was
something
not a great one.
something got missed here somewhere.
Okay. You got your moral support with you?
I do.
Your daughter?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. Harvey?
Look, Doug, the lemon law, by the way, varies wildly from state to state. There are some states that don't cover used cars at all. Some states do cover used cars, but it's only if a dealer sells them. So you got to check your law, which is something you can do online. And that'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
This is the plaintiff, Edward Williams. He says he was forced to move out of his room by the buildings department because the defendant, his landlord, was renting him a room in an illegal apartment. He feels she illegally charged him for 9 months' worth of rent. He feels he's owed a refund and is suing her for the $4,500 she collected from him. This is the defendant, Josephine Higgins. She says the defendant was secretly living in the garage he rented out from her, which was supposed to be for storage only. She had no idea the guy was actually sleeping there. And when the Department of Buildings discovered him there, they kicked him out. She doesn't owe the plaintiff a thing. She knows it, the judge will know it, and soon the plaintiff will know it too. She's accused of illegally collecting rent.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant rented him an illegal apartment and he wants his 9 months of rent back. But the defendant says the plaintiff was secretly living in the garage. So please, it's the case of it said park it here, so I did.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Edward Williams, you are suing your former landlady for $4,500, $500 a month that you paid her from April 2018 to December of 2018. You want it back because it was an illegal
dwelling, yes.
Okay. And you say you didn't know he was living there.
I did discover that he did live there
What is there? Let's talk about this. Where is it that you were living?
I was living in an annex shanty that was attached to a garage in the back. It was another shanty that was across from me, but she was renting it out, and the garage is plus the annex that I was living in as well.
Okay, so she was renting out the garage to who?
To other
people.
Yeah.
Who were living there.
Yeah.
She was renting a shanty that was built attached to the garage to you. And then she was renting another shanty to someone else. Okay. And does she live on that property?
Yeah, she lives in the building up front.
How do you not know people are living in your garage? Don't they make any noise?
In this case, in Mr. Williams' case, he said he came from New Jersey and wanted to use the place as storage. And then...
Oh, yeah, that's what you got to say. So that way the city doesn't shut you down because you're not allowed to rent them out because they're illegal. So you got to say it's storage, but there's 3 guys living there. So you know that people are living there because I find it boggles the imagination to think that 3 people are secretly living in your garage.
Well, in
You don't get out much?
In Mr. Williams' case, he said he moved in from New Jersey and wanted to use this as storage, but he did actually start living there.
So didn't you kick him out?
Actually, the city of New York came by and ordered him out.
No, I know once they caught you, you had to kick him out. That wasn't my question. When did you learn he was living there?
Actually, I would say during the fall. Sometimes he would stay and sometimes he wouldn't.
Okay, was there furniture in there?
Actually, he provided, I guess, his own furniture. It was actually
Was there plumbing in there?
No.
Was there a bathroom in there?
No.
Is there a bathroom in the other shanty?
No.
Is there a bathroom in the garage?
No, it's just a
Which is probably why you're not allowed to rent any of those for people to live in.
It's a garage building, and in the past I rented to a Albanian construction company.
What was he storing there for $500? What business is he in?
I believe it was construction.
What do you do for a living?
I do construction. I'm a tradesman, but I didn't have no equipment, no work equipment. I was
You work when people call you to work?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you knew he was living there.
Well, I did learn that he was living there and I was very dissatisfied and actually was very happy when the city ordered him out.
The city's scolded you before for this, haven't they?
Once, yes.
Yeah, you were not somebody who was shocked and appalled to find that 3 people were living in you're somebody who has tried doing this before. Renting out rooms that you're not allowed to rent because we want livable housing for people.
I understand.
And we want there to be kitchens and bathrooms and everything else. We don't want people living in that kind of squalor, even if you're willing to take their $500 for it.
So if it's an illegal apartment, can you sue to get the rent you paid back?
I would say no.
Because?
Because there was no contract with the...
Is that the reason why do you get the rent back or not?
If you sued, you probably would get the rent back.
But you lived there. You got value from it.
Yeah, but legally...
We'll see about that. Going inside the courtroom.
How long ago was your last time that they... What happened this time, by the way? Did they fine you?
No.
How many times are you going to get away with this before they fine you?
Well, I guess I have to, down the line, I guess I'll have to answer to any, pending action.
In the meantime, you're just going to keep renting it out to people who are going to live there, and you'll just keep getting told they need to move?
It's empty, but in the past...
God bless the Bronx.
But I did, right, and I did rent to an Albanian construction company one time for all their storage,
Well, that's a construction company. He's not a construction company. You know that guy was living in there. Don't tell me you didn't know he was living in there. I don't believe you.
Well,
but now let's talk about you. So you lived there for all the way from April to December, and now, by the way, how did housing come out there? Did you call them?
What happened was she had a disagreement with another resident. The resident left and called DOB there. So when they came, the officer that I spoke to, he basically said that she was very aware of it since 2016. She wasn't supposed to rent it out.
Right.
And prior to that, I think it goes back to 2008.
Another time that she did it and got caught?
Yeah, a few times.
All right, but here's the problem. When you come to court, you are asking for her to repay you $4,500. You have to have a legal right to get the $4,500 back. If you have a place to live and that contract is over between you two, you don't get to then, when you darn well know that you're renting an illegal place, because you definitely know, because is there plumbing in there?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you know you can't live there. You know this is some side thing you're getting for $500 in New York City that you know it's a shanty on the back of a garage. You're not surprised. So the law doesn't allow you to go back then and recoup your money, because then bonanza for you, huh? You get $4,500 back, and then you live for free for almost a year, right? Yeah, the law doesn't allow you to do that. So even though I'm kind of surprised that Miss Higgins is running a flop house and continuously getting cited for it, and, I mean, not even cited for it, just told, stop it, and then she keeps doing it. I'm kind of surprised that nobody's doing anything about it, but that doesn't entitle you, it doesn't create a legal right in your hands for her to pay for your, that's not one of the penalties. You don't like it? You know what I would do if I were you? I'd call housing and complain also. And then maybe then this stops, you know, but you don't get to get the money back from her. That's my verdict for the defendant.
So the plaintiff fails in his effort to get the rent money he paid back. Yeah, Mr. Higgins, did you realize, number one, that you were staying in an illegal place? That it,
I mean,
you really shouldn't have been there?
There's no ignorance to the law, but, you know, it is what it is.
But, I mean, were you aware of it? Did you know?
Well, I mean, in my situation, if you need a food, clothing, and shelter.
I know you needed a place, but did you know it was illegal?
No, I didn't.
That's my question. And how did you live there without no bathroom, no heat, no kitchen, no nothing?
I'm in construction, man.
I know.
I can make things work.
You can make things work.
I'm done with this.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, Ms. Higgins, the judge is convinced you knew he was living there and others were living there. Do you know that? Did you?
Partly.
Partly?
Partly, yes.
But you've been caught doing this before? So.
I rented it out for storage.
Big question is, are you afraid of getting into the trouble with the city now that this is going out? Everybody in America is going to see this.
I have an attorney, and I'll have a right to go to court.
Yeah.
I'll explain my side.
What'll you say?
I'm renting some units out for storage, which I did in the past.
No, but they're living there.
Well, they can't, obviously, so, but they would again.
You might be in trouble.
Well,
possible?
I'll do with it the best I can.
Okay, well, good luck to you.
Thanks again.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, I mean, the law is that you don't have to pay for the additional rent that you haven't had to pay yet, but you can't get a refund from what you already paid.